Hey guys, my name is Fen. Not doing a cool intro. What? My God. Momentarily forgotten where I was going to go into, and it plopped me out right here, just like in my face. I'm sorry. The flickering light and the sound is really friggin' scary to me. I mean, I don't even know what my problem is, but that's just what it is. Concealment. I guess I'll be using this. Maybe I seem to have... They didn't see me, did they? Okay, good. I should probably get rid of this woman over here because we can't have women in our sewers. Their delicate complexion is just too delicate to handle it. Pardon me. Fortunately, as mechanists, we don't believe in that nonsense. Women being delicate to be in the mechanists, I mean. Brother Stibbons and Sister Adston, thy work is holy and should be revered as such. Even in Sunnyport doth the narrowness of the Hammerite beset the builder's children, binding those who should serve him with great liberty. Binding with liberty? Make thine way secret, yet close to the grounds of Lighthouse Cathedral, the foul womb of the hammer doctrine. Use whatever means the builder shall provide to gain knowledge of their weaknesses, for every great beast hath some frailty. Thus you shall pave the way for the teachings of Brother Caras, which will finally bring true light to dark Sunnyport. For the glory of Caras and the builder, Bishop Billet. Bishop Billet, 'tis our second month in this wretched town. The name of the place belies the terrible weather, the foul disposition of the citizens, and the poor quality of food and hygiene in the place. Nevertheless, we gladly continue in the builder's work. We have secured a small passage in the sewers near the Hammerite Cathedral, close to what seemeth a secret entrance to a private area used only by the priest. 'Twas several days' work bringing the iron beast into the depths, and we did labour greatly with each piece, then assembled it in our small hideaway to guard and protect us from unwanted intrusions. At the first, Sister Adston and I did show our faces too much in the town, though nearly always in the areas nearby our great steam carriage. Fearing suspicion, we did secure the services of a delivery boy who delivers perishable foods to the Hammer Cathedral. He was able to give us a great deal of information about the Hammer hierarchy, and many intrigues taking place within the Sunnyport Order itself. Though he hath been scarce for 10 and 2 days now, I shall wait to report our findings until we have spoken with him again. By the strength of Caras, Brother Stibbons. Now, let me just do a quick scouting, because I almost think there might be something in the water. I'm not sure why I would think that, but I'm not sure why I would think a lot of things. I keep saying that for some reason. Did I just open a chest a couple of seconds earlier? Because I'm... Oh, yep, yeah, I did. That was probably what I was remembering. So now, to make myself scarce before... Did that door disappear when that mechanist walked out there and opened it? This never used to happen. I think it's really cool how they said that they brought this robot down in pieces and constructed it to guard them. It's like a really cool little bit of, of plot. You know, you want cool plot, not hot plot. That's very bad and not tasteful. Anyway, I guess I'll get rid of this thing. It's just cool to sort of place there, and I don't know. Instead of a bunch of, like, as cool as Soulforge was, you know, there's a bunch of robots walking around, and they're just kind of there. But this one is just cunningly placed with a plan to get us out of this mess, and you can disable it and it won't be noticed for some reason, I guess because it's in shadow, and those guys don't actually technically see it. It's kind of weird. But, yes, now that I'm past that alarming place in the sewers, I can go on to have my accent slip into one that is not my natural one. Oh man. Marzipan hair confession. Yep. God damn it. I just can't cut in a good place. Where the hell is this? Oh, this is right by the cathedral. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it would be to, like, get caught right by a burrick. That's disappointing. But maybe if I stand in the darkness, he won't, like, care that I'm here trying to smack his head in or something. That seems like a plan. If I could just... Oh, stupid blackjack doesn't reach because I'm standing up high. Come on. There you go. Nothing to it, eh? So there are Burricks and Mechanists. Well, there's no bandits. At least not that I'm aware of, but maybe they got killed by the Mechanist and the Burrick and the Iron Beast and all sorts of weird stuff. Oh, hey, yeah. There's this room. Hint. It's a weird-looking, cool-looking green room. That's your hint for the day. Oh, hey, it's another door. I thought it was going to be a ladder. Oh, hey, this is actually where I want to be. This is where I totally want to be. It's a secret entrance containing place, as you can see. There's no hidden switch hunts. I guess they figured hidden switch hunts would be lame. I guess they could be right. But hey. Alright, so now I'm in the compound. And, leave a note on a guy's desk. And, yeah. For some reason, however, kind of thinking, like, maybe I would actually want to start over there. At least this door doesn't disappear. God, it's probably because they open into the walls or something. In fact, I got an explanation from somebody on why it happens, and I can't remember what it was even, but it was probably to do with them clipping into other objects, maybe, or clipping into brushes. I can't really remember, but yeah, something like that. The reason that I say I might want to come up here is because, oh yeah, remember this, right? This is just outside that cathedral where I used to go all the frickin' time, and I guess if I was able to stack crates, which I can't because they're conveniently non-pick-upable, I could get up there. Too bad I can't rocket jump. That sounds plausible in this game, right? And that door that used to be totally different is now totally different again and unenterable. But yeah, you may be wondering why would I bother to go in this same place in the same mission again? Well, that is because there's some entertaining crap here, because if I hadn't gone through the sewers, I guess I could have accessed this through the streets, which is weird. I love how interconnected this is. It's weird, and by weird I mean great, I guess. But you may remember this sewer hatch, which is now accessible if I don't stand on frickin' top of it. You may remember a little note about someone who decided to go into the sewers to impress a certain women. Well, here he is. There's his purse, and here's what he has to say. I'm sure they're brave words. Curse my rotten luck. I'm writing this since it may well be that I die down here. I slipped in some muck and I've injured my back very badly. I can't feel my legs. I've been calling for help for what seems like days. It's hard to say how long it's been since time seems to stand still down here. I'm so hungry. I'm growing weak. Time stands still in the sewers. Somehow it seems a bit anticlimactic when you say it that way. I should never have gone looking for those bandits that are rumored to be hiding down here. I just wanted to prove myself to you, my sweets. Oh, fair Lady McAlpine, how I wish only to see your face one last time. Big Willie. I think Zaya should make a sardonic comment about that, or at least sarcastic. Whatever the difference is. I don't know. But, Big Willie the Adventure. And I can't remember the voice I used for him before, but, you know, that always happens. This is really the obvious, hugely main reason to come here. Yes, I'm going to leave the Cathedral objective till last, I think. As, you know, I'm sure I'm going to miss a ton of loot. And I should actually not leave it till last, because then I could, like, take these streets at a nice brisk clip afterwards. But instead I'm going to go in a crazy order, because that's just what I do. I just want... Come on, don't turn like an idiot. I just want to see if there might be anything different or new around here. So, okay, this guy doesn't care. He's a watch officer. But, I don't know what he's doing there. There's hammers enough to guard every pony around this place, and possibly even some non-equines, too. Can you even believe it? Hey, weird. This door looks like a door, but you can't even go into it. What? Was that always there? Could I get into that in the last mission that had this place in it? What's going on? It was probably buried under the snow, though, so I guess, like, you could never get into it. Weird. I guess this whole area really is just for show. And what a show! and what a difference. Anyway, yeah, I like how there's these same locations, but you sort of are in a different frame of mind and state, and also there's no snow and stuff when you come here, so yeah.
Look, honey, a real hammerite, like the one in your drawing book.
How dare the vile heathen! What sort of mother would allow a child to possess a book filled with crude renderings of the builder's creation. 'Tis blasphemy.
But, sir...
Wouldst that our order shone forth in its former glory, I would have thee bound forthwith and thrown into Craig's Cleft prison, and the child taken into the Order of the Hammer, where he wouldst be reared properly.
How dare you? We're just here to see the smuggler's den, not to be preached to on the street by some pajama-wearing, overgrown religious nut. Come on, Tommy.
I'm afraid you won't find any smugglers here, O faithless one. Our magnificent order hath driven them all out. Unbelievers.
Burn! They are overgrown pajama-wearing religious nuts. And I like those voices. That's one of them fun conversations. So I guess I'm gonna follow Tommy and what's-her-name, unnamed mother here, and rob their place as if it was no thing, possibly. I think I remember in my previous playthrough I sort of went ahead of them and bowed to them at the door like some kind of frickin' chauffeur, or like whatever you call a chauffeur, that instead of driving a car, he bows at a door. I'm sure that's pretty much the same thing, right? Alright, let us reenact the glory days. Alright, and you're coming home, and I'm just babbling. Chauffeurs don't babble. Good day, madam. Good day, young sir. Alright. I've reenacted the old days. It's pretty great. I don't know. There's no loot in here at all. I guess they're poor. Oh, hey, there's one piece of loot. I guess they're fairly poor, but
Work.
they're even poorer now than they used to be, so hey. You know, sorry. It ain't nothing personal. It's just business. There go the hammers. Oh, those wacky hammers. Always causing trouble by pounding on nails. Oh, hey. There's a guy. Is this... No, he's a different guy than the one I remember holding a healing potion standing in a doorway. Where the hell am I even going? I think this mission, as a city mission, is... Oh, no, I'm back here. So maybe this... I don't know. It's you know... It's clearly a little bit underwhelming exploration-wise compared to... while the city sleeps. I mean...
Nothing more than sparrows and rats.
I don't know.
Scuttling.
Uh-oh. Hey, get away from me, man! Stay out of my shed. Oh, there's the guy I'm thinking of. Yeah. So now I have to figure out how to go other places. Again! But I mean, the point of this is like the destinations, right? You know, the candy store and the hammer place, which I have not as yet gone to. You know, that sort of thing. So I guess I understand why this is a little undetailed, but still, it's kind of confusing and you get lost easily, and there's not too many real landmarks that stick out enormously. I like things that stick out enormously. They're very masculine and manly, and not going to finish this train of thought. Well, did I go over here or what? Yeah, I did, because that was that. Oh, you know what, actually? I'm going to try something. I know it probably isn't going to be anything, but I'm absolutely sure that I was reading a walkthrough like a year ago or something. But maybe not. I know this is just a bit of architecture, but I just thought maybe it would mark something. I don't... No, maybe not. Probably just looking at it before and thinking it was a switch and trying to look that up in a walkthrough and didn't see it. Probably. But there's probably going to be some loot in some obscure place in the city that I'm going to miss because it's kind of just confusing. You know, that sort of a thing. Back into the sewers I go, where time stands still. Frozen world all up the hose. Hi, here's that door, and then here's another ladder that I somehow missed. Where the heck does this take me out? Wait a minute. Oh, I'm inside like a courtyard-y type place, so may or may not be any actual need for that secret entrance if this will allow me inside. Wait a minute, this is that courtyard inside inside the Hammer Cathedral where the old level used to take place. Why would they allow me back in here? So confusing. Well, it's an... Did that make a loot sound when it got the grenade? Maybe, maybe not. Really? That's why you'd want to come up here for an EMP grenade? Man, they sure do have a lot of equipment here in place of loot. Sort of weird. Also, I guess I could probably do the same trick to climb over this place
Yeah, you know that thing I did in that one video where I was like, no loot here, and there was all doors and weird crap around? It was because I climbed up here in the Cathedral mission and went up here when I wasn't supposed to. But now this place is properly done, so yeah, if I wanted to, I could do that, but I won't, because seriously. So weird. All this equipment. Like, seriously, they should put loot here, because that's the perfect thing to put, right? I mean, you gotta... Like, you gotta look around for the loot and go in weird places that you don't necessarily see and stuff. But instead it's like, hey, have a weird bomb thing that sets off electrics to like, destroy themselves. Or, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I don't know. But, yes, I am now going where I'm supposed to go here. So, I guess I don't have a map of this place. For some reason, it's also overly long. But I guess that's just part of the ritual. You know, going through a long passage every single day, so that you may be more blessed somehow, by doing unnecessary work. I mean, it's all good to do hard work where hard work is required, but where it isn't required and where doing hard work would actually be less efficient, well, let's just say that saying hard work is valuable in every case without qualifications is clearly incorrect.
Compendium of Elementals. Initial research by Brother Renault.
Oh yes, remember that guy from Thief Gold in the old Cathedral of Deadedness?
There is no question that most all elementals are sentient in some sense, though why some are aggressive and others passive is not known at this time. The following is a description of the known hostile elementals. Fire elementals. Though often summoned by practitioners of evil magics, these small fiery balls of flame take on independent action, spitting flame at any nearby living being it considers a threat, usually found in places that have been occupied by wicked mages. The precursors were said to have utilized these elementals as guardians of secret treasure houses, but rarely are any discovered to still exist from that period. If a brother should encounter such an elemental, the builder's holy water is the best defense against its projectiles. Or just regular water, but hey. Soul elementals. Origin or cause is unknown. Much speculation abounds concerning these elementals. They were reported by several brothers who were involved in the old quarter quarantine years ago. One in particular, a brother named Borthold. Borthold was an old man at the time of my inquiries and a bit flighty in his speech. He rambled on about a certain hospital run by heretics in the old quarter during the days of the uprising. Several brothers in his group were attacked by what were described as floating masks, which had the power to reanimate corpses. I have found no other reports of such elementals in my research, and have subsequently disregarded them as figments of an old man's imagination. Although you still believe in the builder, who leaves literally no evidence of his existence whatsoever, but hey. Storm elementals. Thought to be a legend at best. Again. These elementals are alleged to attack victims exposed in open areas with blue and white lances of energy, much like that generated by the builder's machinery, but with more force. Additional information is needed before the existence of this elemental can be substantiated. Wind elementals. Very dangerous as they are unable to be seen. Those in the company of the victim report hearing a brief gush of wind before the victim is swept from their feet and thrown to the ground. Throw him to the floor. It appears that the sudden rush of air is capable of crushing the bones of the victim, killing them instantly. Also reportedly able to be summoned by mages with the gifting for evil magics. And, yeah. Funny, because, I don't want to spoil anything, but these two things are really just totally non-existent. And they're just, like, made up for that text. I don't know if they were going to be in this game and they got cut or something, or what. But, anyways, it'd be funny... it'd be funny if there was a switch here to open this secret door again. Like, you'd think there would be for realism's sake, but I guess for gameplay's sake you don't need one because you can only come from this side, and if you hit this switch it's probably, like, too long to... Yeah. But, like, if anybody wanted to go out here again in universe, it's like, lol, too bad for you. Damn it.
I'd best to get more rest, lest I be taken so by rats.
Nay. Love that. Anyway, that torch seems to be blippering a bit.
What was that racket?
I wouldn't exactly call it a racket, sir, but hey, whatevs.
So much for the vows of poverty.
That's because being being poor, I'm sorry, sucks. I mean, seriously.
Return the builder to much praise and victory.
You ain't necessarily hurting anybody just because you're rich, nor are you necessarily doing good just because you're poor. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, there's two different kinds of carpet here, red and blue. This must clearly symbolize the yin and the yang of the color wheel. Except this might be purple, along with a bunch of other colors in it. I don't know. I think for some reason in my silent playthrough I decided to, like, ghost this place. Although I could be mistaken. But ghosting is totally annoying, so that's why I'm obviously going to make a try for it. Come on, mouse, don't do it. Whatever. My mouse seems to have lost its sensitivity again. That's pretty great. I guess that's my loot goal. Alright. I can't believe I only just hit my goal again. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe there's secret passages in this place. I'm almost fairly slightly sure there is. Oh, I don't know. And the word of the builder came to me, saying, Son of the forge, the order of thy ways has become a dross unto me. I don't know what a dross is. As men gather silver, bronze, iron, lead, and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow fire on it, so shall I gather my children to test them for a time. For one who is of you, yet not of you, shall rise from the flames to be a father to the fatherless, a husband to the widow, and a son to the childless. For the sloth of the hammer doth wax great, and my anger will not be quenched, lest this one rule for a time, that those who call upon my name might remember me in their time of trial, and call to me in their day of their despair. Then I shall hear their voice, and shall deliver them from the hands that trust in gear, and forsake the wonders of the hammer, and the simplicity of the nail, except from the discernment of Zabal. I think you mean Karis, but hey. The builder upholds all who fall, and raises up all who are bowed down. The eyes of all look expectantly to you, and you give them their work in due season. You open your hand and satisfy the desire of every man who drives the nail. Psalms of the Builder, 145:14. I know it's Psalms. I mean, seriously, can I just be silly? I like this sort of uber religious text, like
sound, or rather just the ringing in my ears.
Oh, hey, New Horizon, how's it going? Yeah, that's right, I conked you on the head. Seriously, we won't be having any of you voice actors spewing your nonsense in this frickin' mission. No, sir. Oh, hey, that door. Oh, no, there wasn't any door. I was gonna say a door disappeared, but no, nay. I don't think it's so. Anyways, yeah, I mean, like, that one text, the Discernment of Zabal, sounded like they actually took inspiration from how, like, an actual unnecessarily ornate religious text would actually be written. Unnecessarily obfuscated. I mean, really, there's nothing in this room? Really? Well, if you say so. Okay. I didn't hear that door close. What a foul thing to have happened to me. Yeah. Wow. Hey, it's like a bunch of golden goblets that I can snatch through the backs of chairs. Too bad there's not a bunch of knights sitting here discussing how best to attack Robin Hood. That would be fairly nonsensical, and thus I would find it hilarious and put it in my top 10 favorite moments in fan missions and... And, you know, all that sort of junk. Shuffling about. Oh, hey, there's another guy on this floor. I don't know where the hell that guy was when I was not there with him. Perhaps this guy cloned himself and reanimated. That sounds plausible. Weird, though. Scouting time. Where could he have hidden? That's ridiculous. Ugh. Oh, well. Ugh. These guys have kind of tricky roots, apparently.
If thou dost think that I shall not find thee, think again.
Something is awry here.
You need to work on your snappy one-liners. Also, why are you pretending to search, but you're actually not searching? Oh, hey, finally.
Hidden and frightened.
I'm not frightened. You are... Well, you're not frightened either, but you are a douchebag, and therefore you're going down. Come on. I like how when they lean forward, their collision box actually goes forward. I mean, that's just bog stock behavior, I know, but I still like it.
Hey, what was that?
I can like bog stock things, right? These guys are not worthy to not be slain by my unnecessarily named blackjack/knockout hammer. Why do I remember there being like a hidden thing in one of these banners? I'm probably just crazy, but... Well, I gotta just do a craziness test to see if I really am. I guess I really was. Alright. So, I guess, yeah, there's no map, so I could just sort of keep going around. Brother Theodore! Oh. Looks like some brothers like to keep some alcoholic beverages in expensive bottles. I don't know why you'd ever have any gold wine bottles, because seriously, what's the point? You're gonna drink the wine, right? And I mean, gold. Is it even hard enough to be used as a bottle? Is it even suitable in any of its properties at all to be used as a bottle to hold liquid? Maybe it's just gold-plated. I don't even really know what that is either, but hey, maybe it's just a game and, like, nobody cares. Yeah, that sounds a lot more likely. Oh, this guy. This might be a poor soul, quote-unquote. Wait a minute. He's not in here. He must be in another room. Oh, nope.
Didst I hear something?
One might think he's not supposed to be standing there. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be over there. At least that's what I remember.
Nothing.
Because seriously, you can't get to him now.
Services are bound.
Don't make me use my
Where
equipment.
he should maketh me stand. Time shall unravel, but yea.
I mean, seriously, I wouldn't want to do that, would I? Oh, no. Yes, I think Brother Davis is a poor soul, and I will tell you why in a moment here. 4th day, the 3rd month. How is it that individuals can be so cruel? How can they not understand the ramifications of their small actions? And yet, surely I have made grievous errors as well, so small in my mind, so grand in their action. Have I not been of service? Have I not given everything of myself that I could? I feel nothing but cold emptiness for our hallowed leader, that he would not persecute those reprehensible bakers that he would not persecute that reprehensible baker's assistant who spiked my bread with spices beyond comprehension. Now I must live with this addiction, a torment I would never have known had that damned boy not perpetrated such a foul prank, and the bishop's nephew no less, had he been the relation of anyone else. How can I place my love and trust in an institution so easily manipulated? I cannot, I will not, but my love for the builder is strong, and I will not leave his service, wailing like a spoiled child. I hope my meeting with these new mechanists next week proves fruitful. Perhaps they can provide me with the comfort I seek. Perhaps they can aid me in recovering the wonder and burning commitment I felt all those years ago. And see, here's that thing I was talking about way back in Thief 2, where they treated spice like a drug, and a really freaking strong one. I mean, seriously. I know the stereotype is that if you take any drug, like one time, even a tiny amount, you'll become a complete junkie for life, but I don't know if that's really how it works. It seems like you'd have to take it a few times at least, so spiking someone's bread with spice, which most authors treat as no worse than marijuana, is a little exaggerated, but I suppose that's why it's funny, so yeah. Just making certain there are no other
These must be Cathedral's quarters.
fools around here to hear me, but I'm obviously not making sure enough because I'm just tappity tapping as if it was absolutely no thing whatsoever. And yeah. Also, there's some doors right down there I seem to have completely not noticed were behind me. However, I happen to know there's a guy here because this is the first time I heard the line where he goes, "The builder smiles upon thee." And I remember thinking, that's a pretty good voice. And, yeah, you know, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thus says the builder, be not afraid of the words which you have heard of those who would seek to destroy the way of the hammer, for they have blasphemed me, and surely I shall bring calamity upon their number. I will cause them to fall by their own hand. Incline thine ear to the builder's words. Keep thy way pure before me, and I shall prove my faithfulness. For I am thy sword and thy great reward, like Kizel, some numbers or other. Yeah, these guys sure love their hammers. As far as I'm concerned, they can shove it up their enormous muscular backsides. Or, you know, something. Oh, hey, this is Priest Theodore, of which I just read the name recently, but I've already forgotten where. Oh, well, I like this, though. It's nice and cozy and, you know, nice creature comforts for these hypocritical hammers. Oh, Note from Brother Malcolm. I thought it said Malum. Lum.
Brother Cavador, several mechanist heretics have been spied in downtown Sunnyport. 'Tis no secret that they control that blasphemous steam carriage the town council approved, but thus far we have kept them from venturing further into the town. I remind you also that Inquisitor Dibbler interrogated young William, the pastry boy, several weeks ago when he was caught eavesdropping on private conversation near Brother Odam's office.
Which is that kid from the Hand Brotherhood back in the first mission, I reckon.
The Inquisitor was unable to extract any useful information from him before his treacherous throat was cut, though the boy did mention something about the ways of Karis.
Maybe not, because maybe it's, yeah, useful information would have been that he came from the Hand Brotherhood, maybe. Weird.
I fear this does not bode well, nor dare I guess the intentions of these mechanists, but 'twill be nigh impossible to contain the wrath of our eager young acolytes against such apostates. 'Tis been many years past since that the vile smuggling ring was driven from the underbelly of this town, and thus the hammers of our zealous brothers do grow thirsty for the blood of blasphemers and heretics, or just anyone who happens to be standing around. Give the word, and full inquiries will be conducted upon anyone suspected to have mechanist sympathies. Brother-at-Arms Malcolm.
Yeah, that sounds pretty balanced and proper and religious there, just because your hammers are hungry.
There sure are a lot of books here. But darn, he sure lacks books.
But I've kind of already overstayed my welcome, so I guess next episode will be like the reading, mild loot hunting, and leaving while taking barely any time to complete the episode. So see you guys then, and bye for now. Bink.